Yeah. So we're back, y'all. It's another story time. Hey, story times are good times. You know, you said you had your very first time you issue for a good cop.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what happened? So lightning. What happened with that?
So pretty much, I was taking a physical, and a part of the physical is they got to check your blood pressure. And,
right.
You know, hypertension is something that runs in my family. So I've been known to have issues with it before. Well, this particular day, I don't know if the practitioner's device was just off or if mine was just really high and I couldn't feel the symptoms, but my blood pressure came out to be 190 over 120, which is alarmingly high to the point where the practitioner stopped this physical and told me I needed to get to a hospital ASAP.
Right.
And so I did. And so I'm actually at this point, because of, you know, the pressure that she put on me about it, I'm actually kind of panicking myself a little bit. Not too much losing my mind, but I'm racing to the hospital and I'm speeding a little bit. I'm going about maybe 50 something and a 30 something, you know. And this officer sees me, spots me, and I saw him spot me. I know he saw me, and he sees me going around cars, and you know what I mean, just doing all types of illegal stuff. But I got my hazard lights on. I got my hazard lights on, so, and I hawk him down actually, you know, to follow me, you know, because I'm thinking, you know, if nothing else, he can escort me there. You know what I'm saying? But he gets behind me, and just to let him know what the situation is, he didn't have to pull me over. I pulled myself over. You know, and he ends up, that's when he turns on his lights and he gets behind me, you know. He's like, what's going on? And I tell him, you know, I said, I'm sorry. The first thing I said is I got both of my hands out the window and I'm like, I'm sorry about, you know, how I'm driving. I was just told that I have some alarmingly high blood pressure right now and I'm trying to get to a hospital, you know, so I can get this taken care of. And I showed him the paperwork where, you know, it said that my reading was 190 over 120. So he's and surprisingly, because, you know, I'm expecting him to be like, well, I'm still going to have to give you a ticket, or I'm still going to have to, you know, cite you or give you a warning or whatever, or, you know, I don't know what I was really expecting, but I certainly wasn't expecting him to be so cool and actually caring about it. Right. And this is exactly what he told me verbatim. He told me, you're not going to go anywhere. I'm going to call you an ambulance. That way we don't have to risk you getting hurt and you don't have to risk hurting someone else while you're driving. He said, I know, he said this verbatim. He said, I know what things can look like sometimes on TV and things like that, but my job is to protect you. Right. And it blew me away. Right. Because you're not used to hearing that. Right, at all. I've never heard a cop.
I mean, you say cops say they're supposed to protect and serve.
Yes.
But, and then when you get that one cop. That is caring.
Yes. I mean, it changed.
It blows your mind.
Yeah,
like the same thing happened to me, but it wasn't as far as health wise. Right. And I was on the way to work. Yeah. Yes, I was in the wrong. I was playing my stupid game while driving, which I always do. Oh yeah. And I swerved over it a little bit. The cop, the county boy pulled me over, and I'm like, crap. I've been pulled over more this month than I have in my whole entire life. He comes up to the door, and I'm like, he said, hey, man, everything okay? I'm like, yeah, man, I just want to make sure you wasn't drunk or anything. He said, no, I'm on the way to work. Oh, yeah? I said, yeah, man, I seen you go off the side a little bit, and that's fun. I want to make sure you was okay. I said, yeah, man, I'm good. This is an old car, man. And ex-girlfriend destroyed it, so I got it fixed. So the steering's a little loose on. Okay, man, he said, I just want to make sure you was okay, man, because I was like, I was concerned, man, and I just want to make sure you're okay. But if you're good, man. I can tell your eyes you're good. Go ahead and go to work, man. Just be careful. That's amazing. And I'm sitting there like thinking to myself, like, I text her, my girlfriend. I told her, I said, I just got pulled over. She's like, again, you serious? What? Because like, I think, because she told me I'm the first black guy she ever dated. Yeah. First black guy she ever been with. Everything. Yeah. So now she's starting to see what we go through in a little bit. So she now, when I tell her I got pulled over, she is literally concerned because she doesn't want me getting shot. Yeah. That's what she thinks. Right. And so I told her everything was fine. He just wanted to make sure I was all right.
And that's amazing. got him. I'm like, I'm blown away. It was the first time that an officer had ever been truly living out the protect and serve motto that they all claim to actually live by.
Exactly.
I mean, he truly. I mean, and even before we parted ways, he shook my hand. I shook his hand. I'm like, thank you. You know what I mean? And he's like, yeah, man. He could see it on me that I was afraid to have an interaction with him at first.
Right.
And he broke that ice by saying, hey, man, calm down. You know, this is you know what I mean?
Right.
Like that. We as black people, especially, you know what I mean? I've gotten to know you, man. We sometimes have to be the one who makes the opinions of other people different based off of what they're and that cop did that to me. I feel like that's what he did to me. He made my whole opinion of other law enforcement different just off of that one person, you know. And I just found that amazing, man. So that changed that changed my whole perspective. I mean, he even followed me a little bit until I got where I was going.
Right.
You know what I mean? It was amazing.
It's the thing about it though. It's like, you know, even people like little white ladies. You know, I rushed to open the door for them. Right. I rushed to open the door for anybody. I don't care if you're male, female. I just where I'm raised. And she looked, and that little white lady looked at me and go, "Thank you very much." I said, "No problem, ma'am." And this little stuff like that, you change the stigma that they're seeing every day.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But then again, too, we have been as black people in America from back in the slavery, we've been brought up to serve.
Yep.
Anyway.
Right.
Either you're out in the fields or you're in the house.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Doing this, you're always taught to serve. Yep. Especially with women are always taught to take care of babies.
Yep. Yep. That's
you
true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true. That is true.
So it's in a womanly nature to take care of a child, but even more in the lines to take care of someone else's child, because it kind of goes in history.
Yep.
That's what we did.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree.
So
I think it's funny, man. I want to kind of touch on the opening the door thing, because you know the lady that you opened the door for said thank you. Well, and I'm not trying to make this about a race thing, okay? One morning I'm getting breakfast. This wasn't too long ago. This may be a month ago. I'm getting breakfast for me and Cody, you know, and there was a line at the place I decided to get breakfast, and I'm not going to say the place I was at because I don't want to give them any bad publicity. It wasn't their fault, you know. But however, there was this, you know, these well-off looking, you know, you could just tell they were well off. You know what I mean? Just by the looks of the way they dressed, and their chin was about a couple inches higher than everyone else's, and all that. You know what I mean? And,
right.
You know, so I open. They're coming in. It's a white lady and an older white guy. Looked like he could have been the white lady's father. Okay, so I opened the door for them coming through, and like you said, I mean, it's just a thing. It's just a courtesy thing. I didn't do it for any kind of thank you, but man, when I opened that door, they didn't even acknowledge me. They just walked right through, like I was supposed to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like they didn't say, well, they didn't even look at me. I just opened that door and walked through, right through they went. Like, yeah, you were supposed to do that. You know what I mean? Like,
and when that happens to me, you know what I do?
Yeah.
I say, you're welcome.
And I wanted to do that. I did want to do that, but you know, that's the thing. I just been trying to learn how to pick and choose my battles.
Well,
lately.
You know, but think about it. Sometimes you gotta call people out on the rule.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yes sir, definitely.
I mean, sometimes you gotta call people out. Like the lady I work with, See, sometimes some things happen where you gotta call people out. Yes. Sometimes people sit there and say things and do things, and sometimes you gotta call them out.
Yes sir, I agree with that.
You know,
I agree with that.
And I tell her, see, you can't always be so nice all the time to people, because people take advantage of you.
Yep, that's true. It's very true. That is.
You can help people fucking taking advantage of you.
Yep.
So it's like
it's
one of those happy mediums to where you can do too much to where you're hindering to where they expect it all the time.
Yep. That's true. That is true. People start taking your kindness for weakness, kind of thing.
And that's what family relationships, friend relationships. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, me and Bethany's relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah, she makes more money than I do. She makes more bread than I do.
Really?
She does. And she always, you know, she's very nice.
Yeah, she is.
She's very nice, and she wouldn't help anyone.
Absolutely, yeah.
But I have to I'm not used to that, and I have to tell her, hey, whoa, I got this.
Which is good.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
I got this.
Yeah.
But she goes, oh, baby, I help you with this. I said, no, I got it. You know, I don't want you thinking that it's something you gotta do.
Yeah. Right.
You don't gotta sit there and take care of me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm not like one of those dudes where, you know, my woman. No, I ain't
just
doing
lay up and wait on her to do it all. No, sir.
And I told her, we talked about marriage and this and that, and I told her I still want you to have your own bank account, your own money.
Yeah.
We can have money together to pay for bills and this and that, but as far as you need to have your own money.
Yeah.
I have my own money because I know, then I'm not saying that you're gonna do things. That's your money. You work hard for that.
Exactly.
And I'm not gonna sit there and tell you what you can,
what
to do with the money you make.
Yeah.
So, that's just the thing about it, though. People say when you're married, you're one, and you're supposed to have the same bank account. So, no,
not necessarily.
No, I just think. I don't want
works.
to sit there and have to ask to do this or ask to do that.
Yeah, whatever works for y'all is what's working. You know what I mean?
As long as the bills are paid.
Yeah, exactly.
If you want to do something for each other, you can do something for each other.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You don't have to sit there and be like, all right, I got to make sure. No.
Right. It's funny, man, because me and Cody, right? When we first got together, the first thing I did was, she wasn't, in the situation where she's now, where she's running the business and things like that. But how that actually came to be was because, we kind of sat down and we talked one day, because she was kind of like that. She thought that she had to kind of get some kind of work to match my income, if that's making any sense, you know what I mean? Or she had to match my energy as far as bringing in, you know what I mean, going out and actually working and things. So I said, well, what do you want to do? I asked her, what do you want to do? What are your what's your dream? Tell me a dream of yours, type of thing. Because by the time I realized I cared about her that much,
right,
I was like, okay, I realized that where she came from, what she was used to, was taking care of dudes. And I had to let it be known from jump, you know what I mean? Like, no, that's not going to happen. When our first date, I was like, you know what I mean? I took care of everything. We got a hotel room, everything like that, She didn't come out of pocket for nothing, And so I asked her, long story short, I'm like, what do you want to do? And that's what she told me. Well, I love kids. I don't mind babysitting kids. I've always wanted to run a daycare. You know what I'm saying? And we got to talking a little bit more about it. And, that's, long story short, I had enough, going on to where I could start investing into it, paying for her classes and things like that. She's definitely, you know what I mean, chipped in on that, because she doesn't, it just kind of ties in. I don't want her feeling like she's got to depend on or ask me permission for something, you know what I'm saying? And she doesn't want to feel like that, so she wants to make her own money, and that's fine. And I'm absolutely cool. I actually like it, you know what I mean? Because where I came from, with the relationship I came from before her, shoot, you know what I mean? And I was dishing out dough left and right, and it was never enough.
That's my thing. Like, I see people I work with, and they're like, well, I gotta ask my old lady if I can get this and that. And I'm like, you are a man. I'm like, you're a man, dude. I know, man. I said, look, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't want to be in a situation where I have to ask a woman. I mean, I still I still not gonna say I don't. I say, hey, I tell Bethany, I say, hey, I gotta drop $2,500, $2,600 good. I'm not, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Baby, she says, baby, go ahead. I don't care. Like,
that's a beautiful thing.
And it's like, I'm not used to it because my ex has been like, black girl,
Yep.
you can spend money on that, but you can't spend money on that.
Exactly. Man, I've been there, done that one. And it'll never be enough for people like that.
No.
It'll never be enough.
It's
They'll
like,
never appreciate it.
yeah, so that's the reason why it's like, all right. And I don't, and this is my money. It's, you know, and it's our money, but it's still,
Right.
it's your money and my money.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me turn this off, bro. If you don't mind.
I'm good, bro.
But yeah, I think and by the way, you know, she said she wanted to do daycare, and we have brought that, by the grace of God, we have brought that dream into existence. Write off some child care, y'all. You know what I mean? Number one choice for families by families. So, but yeah, and we're continuing to do that, and so it's actually a beautiful thing because it's reciprocated. You know, she's actually recently asked me, okay, babe, well, you've helped me, you know, accomplish one of my big goals. Now, what do you want to do?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's an ongoing conversation because, like I was talking to you before, I don't know what exactly it is I want to do yet. You know what I mean?
I'm the same as I don't know who I want to be when I grow up.
Right.
And it's funny you say that. If it is for grown men.
Yes.
But it's,
Yes.
but it's real though. It's
Exactly.
real.
Yes.
It's real conversation because like you don't know. Like I don't know what I want to be when I grow up. When I was younger, I was always into electronics. I was into computers. I was always, and I was living off someone else's thing. My buddy was always in the computer stuff. So I felt like I had that's what I did. And I did computers. I was taking the online class. I was taking the classes for networking and all this stuff. And I realized I can't. And I realized I was working on a computer. I was troubleshooting a computer.
Yeah.
I was troubleshooting a computer for somebody. And I was like, I can't do this the rest of my life.
Yeah. Yep.
I can't sit here and stare at a computer the rest of my life. I can't do it.
Yep.
So I stopped. So that dream stopped.
Yeah. Yep.
And then from that point on, I just didn't know exactly what I wanted to do. And like people tell me, say, man, you got your hands in so much stuff. You do so much stuff. Like you want to sit there and you want to design your own clothing line. You do photography business. You buy and resell stuff. You buy and resell stuff. You invest. You're a stock market investor. You do that, and then you like fixing up cars, and like it's like I got so much stuff in my mind that going on, but I can't sit there and figure out I can't sit there and go in hard on one thing because it's like if I go in hard on one thing, you gotta go in hard at it. And, you know what I'm saying? You can't shortcut it.
Right. That's true.
So if I go all hard in on photography, I have to go hard in and get classes, go take because people out there are legit. You know what I'm saying? And I do a decent job.
Yeah, actually, yes, you do.
And it's
Very good job, actually.
Yeah, I do decent. And you're like you're your own worst critic. I'm my own worst enemy.
That's true.
Like even yesterday, you seen a little bit of it. Yes, no, it's barbecue.
Yeah.
I was like, I could have done this better. I should have did this differently.
Right.
Okay, I should have did. I'm thinking this is stuff. I'm always beating myself up on stuff.
I thought it was fire.
Yeah, but everybody else is like,
everybody in the house was like, man, what are you talking about?
You know what I'm saying?
Fire.
So, now I think that's what makes you who you are.
Yes.
It makes you better because you're always pushing yourself to do better.
Yes.
Even though everyone's saying, "Oh, you're sufficient to them."
Yeah. Yeah.
But are you sufficient to yourself?
Exactly. And I don't think you should. And I don't think there's nothing wrong with that not being complacent or being comfortable with because all it does is leave more room for improvement. Exactly. You know, I don't ever want to be in a position where I'm like, okay, I think I'm good enough now. I'm scared to get like that because once you reach a peak, the only thing you can do is you know, go down from there. It's actually kind of scary to me.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't want to be in a position like that. So it's actually, you know, that's why I wasn't like, I understood why you were on yourself yesterday and things like that. It's because, you you have yet to reach your peak.
Right, right.
I don't ever want to reach my peak. I don't know what I want to do. Me personally, I just want to, and I'm grateful that I'm in a position where maybe not profit so much, but there's a steady cash flow. I don't have to worry about how this bill's going to get paid, that bill's going to get paid.
My thing is like this, is like, I'm not saying I want to be rich.
Right.
I want to be comfortable.
Exactly.
I want to be at the point where, I tell somebody something, I'm not trying to be the next Bill Gates.
Right.
I'm not trying, no.
Right.
I'm trying to be at the point in life where if I go to the gas station, I can fill my gas tank up with gas and not to worry about this bill.
Exactly.
And I'm cool.
That's it. If I want to,
it's just the little things.
Yeah.
Man.
If I want to do something, or if I just want to, get something, have something real fast, I can go ahead and do that.
Right. If I want to say, hey, get a hold of Cody and Desmond. Let's go to Tokyo.
Right.
And it's on me.
Right.
That's $250 right there.
That's good in life.
That's $250, $300 right there.
Yeah,
about to drop.
Yeah, seriously.
And I had to think twice about having the money to do it.
Yeah.
But but then again too, you want to make sure when you do stuff for people like that, it gets reciprocated back.
Damn right. Because the first thing I'm gonna be like is, well, if that's where we go, and then let's break some expenses down real quick. That way you ain't, you know what I mean? Because that's another thing I don't want to be. I don't ever want to be carried by anybody. Right. You know what I mean? But I like to put my stones in.
Like how we were talking about yesterday about the comedy thing.
Yeah.
All right, man. Yeah, I buy the tickets.
Right.
You just pay for the gas.
Right.
Pay for the gas and the hotel.
Yeah, exactly.
That's gonna equal out.
Exactly. That's what I like, man. That's how I like to live. Just,
No, but it's just that's the thing about when you reciprocate love, it should be reciprocated back to you. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Iron is sharpened iron. You scratch my back, I scratch your back.
That's right.
Because the sad thing about it though is, like I was telling you yesterday, is that I had no black friends.
Right.
Except for my brother Rod.
Yeah.
That was going to see Texas.
Yeah.
He's my brother, not by blood, but he's my brother.
Right.
He's been through a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you.
He lives in Texas. I can call him up no matter what.
Right.
But as far as in a close region around, I don't have no black friends that I can sit there and call up. If I'm stuck on the side of the road, oh man, like,
right.
I don't have one.
Right, me neither.
But I got plenty of white friends that'll be there in a heartbeat.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I mean, like I said, I call my brother, I call a black dude, hey, what's up, man? What's going on, man? Yo, man, my tire blew, man. I need some help, brother.
So
man,
where you at?
Where you at, man? I'm down here. I'm like, why you asking these questions? If you my boy.
Oh man.
And then if I call my white buddy,
we're on the way.
Hey, buddy. Hey, what's going on, man? What's going on, bro? What's going on, man? Man, I blew a tire in the side. Where you at, man?
Where you at? We're coming.
Bro, I'll be there, man, with the jack. I'll be there with the jack and everything. Where you at? GPS your signal.
Oh, it's so true. It's so true,
all right,
man.
next thing you know, that boy, I said, I'm sorry, man. Sorry for what? You're my brother.
Right. Exactly.
You know, it's
true.
sad.
It's so true, man. It's unfortunate. We really have this crabs in a barrel mentality. I'm telling you, man. I knew a guy when I first got to Terre Haute, right? I knew a guy, man. And I thought he was cool. But you know what happened? It's funny, man, because the more, I don't know, man, the more, I'm going to put this delicately, man. The more we started to hang out, the more I felt like everything that was going on with my life, he had to have something similar but better going on with his. And so it's crazy. And I just seen this cat the other day, by the way. I just saw this dude the other day. He acted like he didn't even see me. That's what it came down to.
Right.
And it never came to blows with him or nothing like that. It was just, he's a brother, you know what I'm saying? And he's a black guy, and, you know, but it's just weird to me, man. Like the whole, we don't like to see ourselves make it. White people do not do that to each other. They just don't. They do not. If they do have problems, they handle it in-house and with with as little, except for politicians, with as little publicity as possible.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Except for politicians, it's a part of the game for them to publicly slander each other. But even then, that's all in the name of the game. It's not even it's not even really a personal thing. You know. Whereas black folks, I don't know why we do this, man. I don't know why we have to be so divided. Like, and it's some of the same cats, man. Keep in mind, I grew up in a big city. All right, I grew up in Atlanta. I know a lot of people, dog. Some of these cats that are down there rocking this BLM and all this, you know what I'm saying, will be the same dudes robbing each other back in the day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just like, man, you faking it. You're faking it for the folk. You know what I'm saying? And
you know what? It's how media has brainwashed people so much.
Yeah.
Especially BLM. They're over there. I forgot where it was at. They were vandalizing these monuments. But these monuments were the people that saved them. That saved black folks. That helped them.
Like, why?
Why? Like,
why?
Are you that uneducated? Like, you just... No, a lot of times what it is, the point is that people are out there just wanting this... They see somebody else doing it. They want to do it too.
Yeah, that's it.
They don't know why they're doing it. Just... Well, Johnny's beating them up. I might as well beat him up, I guess, too. Right. I don't know why, but that's a problem, man.
Right. We're not, there's not enough of us actually with a leadership mentality. Or even with a thinking outside of the box kind of mentality. It's always got to be what the crowd is doing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not, before I start throwing stones, you know, I can be pretty superficial about certain things. You saw yesterday how I was about my shoes and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, don't let me act like I got it all together. But at the same time, your come up is not an issue to me. It's something for both of us to celebrate, type of thing. You know what I'm saying? You say tomorrow you get a contract for your photography biz, and it sets y'all straight for life. I ain't finna be like, oh, that motherfucker Brian, man, yeah, he done came up, now he don't know nobody, type of shit, man. It's like, bro, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Let me go on a couple photo shoots with you. Maybe I can help you out or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Or free internship or something. You know what I mean?
Thing about it, though, that's for everybody. We're gonna take a quick break. Once again, check out Terra Jersey Photography. Terra Jersey Photography, all your photography needs. Take a quick break. We'll be right back. But like, hey y'all, we're back. This is your boy, Big Boy Live. I'm here with my homie, DMan. Hey, yo, we're back. Man, we were getting some deep, but you're right, though. It's like people, you got people that like that, though. They have a come and they forget about people where they come from.
Oh, yeah.
But like for instance, like, you know, my buddy, like for instance, say you talk about, say I get a contract, and I say, yo, I'm gonna forget about people. Like I said, you know, because things work in such a way. You meet people, and certain reasons, and God places people in your lives.
That's right.
For a certain reason, you know. So the say, friend, like, remember I told you about my clothing line. I want to try to get going.
Yeah.
Hey, do you want to have free clothing?
Some free shirts.
Do you want to model for me?
We'll wear them. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Do kid stuff? No. You're getting hooked up with free clothing or discount clothing, and you're in the photo thing too. So not only you're helping me out, but I'm helping you out, and you're advertising for me. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, it's when you look at things, you can look at things to the perspective of how can you help each other out. Yes.
Because that's how we have to be, man. That's how these other ethnicities are getting where they're getting. You know what I mean? They're helping each other. Why do you think all the gas stations are owned by all the Indians? Come on now. Prime example.
Why do you think there's 10 different Mexican restaurants in Terre Haute and they're all surviving?
Prime example. And you know what? They probably all live in the same couple houses too. And that's not even being funny. I'm not even trying to be funny by saying that. They really have the family mentality, to stick together to get there mentality. You know what I'm saying? It's a wonderful thing. We as black folks we're some of the only people who don't do that. We are such, not we, us, me and you, but us as a people are such haters. We are such haters, man. Why? You know what I'm saying? If we stuck together half as much as we divided ourselves, we would actually not be the laughing stock of America sometimes, which I feel like we are. And we do that to ourselves. How dare us get mad about, you know, something that happened between a white lady and a black lady or something on camera or whatever, when that same black lady will go back to her neighborhood and start some shit with her own people. You know what I'm saying? It's messed up, man. It's real messed up out here, man. We always want to cry to be the victims. We victimize each other.
Exactly.
You know, it's ridiculous, man. It just is. So I understand that. I don't got a lot of black friends either. Not around here. I just don't, you know, and I don't. And man, I get so mad at my people sometimes. I just really do.
I get so mad. There's sometimes, man, I feel disgusted this
absolutely
being black in America.
Absolutely. I hate to say it, but it's so true.
It's just a committed act.
I hate to say it, but it's so true.
It's like it makes it hard on us. Yeah. People that are doing things correctly.
Yes.
It makes it hard because now they gotta try harder to get that stigma. Like, I'm living trying to be like Martin Luther King. Yeah. But everyone out there in the world be like the Black Panther.
Exactly.
And making it harder on us to even. It's like, oh man.
And that's not even it's a fake Black Panther mentality. Honestly, it's no more right than a Klansman mentality.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? As far as pushing for separation, I'm not with that, man. I think a nation that is divided is what's going to fall.
Right.
And so what makes us think that we need to be on our own? You know, yes, we do need to support ourselves more. We do need to support our businesses more. We do need to support ourselves and lift ourselves up as a people more. But that is so that we can properly unite with others.
Right.
Not so that we can stay to ourselves.
No.
You know what I mean? I don't agree with the whole we should be separated thing. You know, and I can't agree. All my kids are mixed. Every last one of them. You know what I'm saying? So I can't fall in that line. And I get a lot of scrutiny from my own family for having mixed kids. You know?
Right.
And but I mean, it is what it is. I'd rather be at peace and not around a lot of people than to have to watch every eye that's watching me.
Exactly.
Type of thing, you know.
But yeah, man, and it's like it's just crazy, man, that you gotta go through that stuff, and then and it's hard. Life is harder on mixed kids than it is.
Oh yeah.
Because they don't know what side they got.
Exactly. That's true. That's
especially if you got a mixed kid that is lighter than lighter.
Right.
So
like it shows.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Which you see my kids. That's all of them. Right. You know what I'm saying? You see them, you know? That's all of them. So
I got a cousin of mine. Her husband's white.
Yeah.
But all three of their kids are white, red hair.
Oh, wow.
And she's darker than me.
Oh, wow.
She's like your darkness.
Yeah.
So, you know, so how did they supposed to react?
And it's a shame, man. It's a shame because one side, I'm like, yes, blur those lines. Because you can't hate somebody for who they are if they're a part of you too. You know what I'm saying? You can't hate somebody for having black in them if they got white in them too. Vice versa, right? But at the same time, it's like, man, where do we? You know what I mean? Just like I was telling you earlier, man. My boy, somebody called him the N-word. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't even realize my son's got white in him just like that little kid does.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, you know, and who's the real N-word? Who's the real nigger? Let's just say the word, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who's the real one? Because, you know, I've always been told that the definition of such is an ignorant person.
Right.
Ignorant person, someone with low class, and, you know, so, I mean, who's really to be used, to be referred to in that word?
And what gets me is like, people sit there and talk about how I don't understand why that word, why it's so bad. Because it was used in a bad way. It was used to put down a race.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But,
exactly.
Well, it's the same way with, say, if a black person calls a white person a redneck or honky or something. No.
Really?
No.
Really? You sure about that?
No, there's no power behind that.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
You know, this comedian said, he's like, black people are racist too, as much as white folks. But black folks have no power behind their racism.
Yeah, exactly. That's true. Ain't that true though?
Yeah. It's like,
ain't that the truth?
But like I said, I just want to be able to, for everybody just to get along. and see that we're all the same.
We are truly.
We're all the same. We all can make life better if we treat people with kindness and respect.
It's the truth.
And love.
It's the truth. It's the truth, man. And I don't want to get on my soapbox here, man. I ain't trying to get into my conspiracy side, because that's a whole other side of me, man. But I feel like if the people come together, then the government is in some trouble, and they know that. So it's like, I don't know. It's almost like they keep this going on purpose. They keep the racial tension fueled on purpose, man. And because the real enemy, if there is one in this country, is our own government. Period. Definitely. You know what I mean? It's our own government. And I believe that. I've got relatives that have worked in the government. You know, I've got an uncle. He's a retired FBI agent. Everything like that. You know, I've got retired military in my family. A lot of them. Both of my grandfathers were veterans.
Right.
Like but you know, we don't have the say and the choices that we're supposed to, that constitutionally we're supposed to have. You know what I mean? And the government is screwing us on it almost on a daily basis.
Right.
And they don't care what color. There's black people in the government that work for the government. There's white people work for the government. There's Hispanics work for the government. Asians. They don't see color. They see us and they see them. You know what I mean? I mean, it's just not right. It's a whole lot of things not right going on with that, man. Like I said, I ain't gonna get into that. But it's only us, the people down here, you know, outside of that wealthy 1% that are actually even buying into this racial bullshit, man. It's all, and it is exactly what it is. It's bullshit.
Yeah, it's sad.
It is.
And like I said, like you said, if people come together as one, stand up, the government gets scared.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Big red flag. It'll be a big problem. That's why things have to keep happening. That's why on the news, black people keep getting shot by white police officers. That's what keeps happening on the news. You know what I'm saying?
You know, here we are. We're about to jump into something. A comedian was talking. They were talking about Trump.
Yeah.
And stuff, and it was like, he's like, you know, when Trump was in president, nothing happened in the United States.
Right.
We didn't hear about there was no overseas tension. There was no only tension that was overseas is Trump and China going at about, but
he shut that down.
Trump wanted to tax them and all that stuff.
Oh yeah.
And all that stuff. There's nobody out there killing each other, shooting each other. You hear the normal stuff, but But now that the Democrats are back in power, every other day you hear about a shooting.
Here we go again.
Or overseas this and overseas that.
It's the truth. It's the truth. Yeah, we wasn't having no overseas issues when Trump was in power because he wasn't having it. When Russia got to talking that mess, he said one message. You remember that? He said, man, I wish y'all would. Trump a bad boy, man. And that's what we needed.
It's so funny, though. Trump was like, what that comedian was like, yeah, but Trump wasn't nothing was going on.
Nope.
Over there in Korea and China, they're like, it's like, we ain't doing, we're leaving them alone.
Because they knew he jumped on it.
No, they got that tangerine dude over there, and he crazy. He crazy.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. For sure, man. For sure.
He said, you know how crazy Trump is? Trump went overseas and he pushed the prime minister out the way. Move!
Did he really?
Yeah.
Dang.
They don't mess with old boy.
Yeah, he's no joke.
Trump like, oh yeah, really? Really? Okay, Putin, you know what?
Right.
You go right ahead. I'm going to tell you right now, all I got to do is push this button. I want to light your sky up.
Yeah, he did.
It's going to be a beautiful fireworks.
Really did.
On those city.
He really did. He said, I dare you. He said, I dare you. And nobody did a thing.
Nothing.
Nobody did a thing.
Man,
you're right. Ever since Biden's
more money, gas prices were $1. Gas prices were $1.10. Woo. Boy,
man, I'm telling you.
I'm going to the gas station in my truck, It cost me $20. I said, man, $20?
Yes, sir.
Like that?
Yes,
now
sir.
it's like $65 again.
Good old days. Start calling us the good old days.
Back in the day when I dropped that 20 in my tank, I got
not anymore.
Now $20 will give you quarter tank.
Not anymore.
Man, it's so bad now. Even food's going up.
I'm telling you.
Man, I went to McDonald's. You know, a double cheeseburger is $1.39. But this would be $1.
Yeah, exactly. 99 dang on cent.
Man.
99 cent. $1.03 with taxes.
Shoot, man.
Yeah, man. This is ridiculous.
It's sad that people. And what's the bad thing about people are trying to act like they're entitled to stuff now.
It's ridiculous.
And it's like for instance, like with this pandemic stuff, which I have my own views on that.
Right.
I don't think. Yes, I know it's a real thing. It happened, blah, blah, blah,
right.
But I don't think it was at the level that they want people. They made it out.
Of course not. Of course it wasn't.
More people die from the flu than in the snap. But I'm not gonna get into that because you know, some people might. But what I'm saying is that I understand them with the unemployment boost and all that stuff when the country was shut down. I get it. The country's not shut down no more.
Right.
People get to work.
Exactly.
And I'm not mad at these states starting to cut the stuff off.
Yeah.
Because it's
about time.
Because there's a employment shortage.
It's causing inflation.
It's causing issues.
Yes. Yes.
And it's like that. And it's like, I was watching this thing online. There's one of the guys one of the guys I follow on YouTube. Check it out, Minority Mindset. Good news, great information. But he was talking about when it was one guys, his contractors, and they were talking about the way stuff is going on and everything. They were saying that, you know, these contractors got to pay these people $30 to $40 more an hour to work because they make more money sitting at home.
Yeah. Yep.
So therefore, the price of the labor gets tacked onto the service. So now you're paying, like for instance, you know, I got a quote to get a fence put up in the backyard. Yeah. One company wanted $3,400, $3,900.
Dang, man.
And they say, yeah, with the price of material, everything's gone up. Bethany knew another company that she's friends with, and it was only $2,200 for the discount. So, but it just tells you everything is going up.
Hey, that's better. It's still
high.
Man.
But it's better than paying $4,000.
Right. Granted.
Just so I can keep my dogs in the backyard and keep pies in the backyard.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, so but it's just you know, and the thing about it was like I told her, I was like, it's hard for me to spend money on big trucks because I know it's like to not really have a lot of money. Right. But I'm not saying I know like we poor like dead broke, not have nothing at home. But I know what it is like to not have the money in your bank account. Yeah. That's why that's why I don't try to spend it. Yeah. Like it was hard for me today to drop the $300 at the bike man, drop the bike off. It was hard because I was like, but it's either the bike wants to keep sitting, and I spent $20, so I rather pay the $300 to get the bike fixed, than to sit there and spend,
or in the long run,
or just me having to spend a $2,500 on the bike I paid for, and just keep sitting.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
See what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like it just it just makes you think about stuff.
It makes you want to be frugal in this society because everything's going up. You know, I saw this interview, man, long time ago. It was this guy, man. He was a former. He didn't retire. He quit. He was a former IRS supervisor kind of guy, or whatever he did in that department. And he said this. He said, pretty soon here, you are going to be subtly screwed. And what he meant by that was, he said, first, you're going to start paying more for more, right? And this is in society, at your grocery stores, at your restaurants, things like that. Right. So first, you're going to start paying more for more. Then you're going to start paying more for the same amount. He said, when you need to panic, when this country has gone into a panic, and you'll know that we are going broke as a country, is when you start paying more for less. And that is where we are right now.
Yes.
That is where we are. We are paying more for less. Because the fuel, for a prime example, the fuel that we are putting into our cars right now, it's not even the best quality of stuff. I'm not going to try to speak on something that I don't know 100% about, but I know someone who does. And he's been telling me a lot, like, you know, the things that fuel is made up of, gas and things. And the quality of gas that we're even paying for isn't even worth what we're paying. You know what I mean? Isn't even worth it. Things like that. But the gas prices continue to go up. Last month it was in the 80s. It was like, you know, what, 380 whatever, or 280 I mean. It was in the 80s. Now this week it's in the 90s. It's 98 cents on the price now. You know what I'm saying? It's getting ridiculous out here, man. It's just getting ridiculous.
Exactly.
You ever opened a bag of chips? And I mean, you know, it's a big old bag full of air, and it's like only like 10 chips in the bag, like type of things. Like everything's we're starting to run out, pretty much. We're starting to run out, and it's starting to show, you know, and it's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous because they're demanding more of us, and it's coming from these stimulus checks that people took. It's coming from this unemployment that people are constantly trying to take advantage of.
I ain't gonna lie, boy. Those stimulus checks were nice.
Their stimulus checks was nice.
Yeah, but I get what you're saying though.
We're paying for it now.
It's not helping us out. You're basically making life harder for our kids. Yeah,
we're paying for it now. We're paying for those stimulus checks. We're paying now because everything's gone up. Everything. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy, man. I've been working through this entire pandemic, the entire thing. What's it been going on for like a year, 2 years now?
Yeah.
Been working through the whole thing. You know? Been sick a few times. You know what I mean?
Right.
Even through and through and all that, you know? Been working the entire time. You know, I just can't make any sense of it, man. It's hard to make sense of it. But, you know, there's these distractions that are still out here. These distractions. Oh, look at what happened between this black guy and this white cop. Shot and killed him. Pay more attention to that than how bad we're screwing you on a daily basis. On a daily basis, man. You know?
It's just crazy.
Yeah. And Biden wants to get up in here and mess with our gun laws. I am so disappointed. You know what I mean? Like, the last thing that we have as American citizens, I feel like in this day and age, is the right to protect ourselves. And they're trying to take that. And, you know what bugs me out? It bugs me out how, you know, every time there's some major gun law that they're trying to pass, somebody ends up doing a mass shooting somewhere.
Exactly.
Every single time.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It's ridiculous to me, man. And they want to try to correlate the two. You know, as if the person themselves shouldn't be the one held accountable for the crime committed. No, it was the guns. If the guns wasn't so easy to get, then this wouldn't have happened. Really? Bro, I grew up in an area where, man, dudes are strapped like the army. You know what I'm saying? Fully automatic. You know what I'm saying? Dude, I've seen grenades, man. See grenades and just some dude's you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. It's getting ridiculous.
I understand having deeper background checks. So this and that.
Right.
But sitting there trying to blame it on the gun didn't kill nobody.
Right.
Look, we've been driving, 3 hours today, and I got my fire on. Had that gun crawled out there and shot both of us?
Exactly.
No.
Exactly.
So,
point made. Right then and there.
So it just taking away the guns is not going to fix the problem because people still get guns.
Exactly. If anything, it's just going to make the value of guns on the black market go up.
And then it'll make things worse.
Yes, it will. Yes, it will.
I mean, has crime went down in Chicago?
Right. Exactly. You know, exactly. Or California. You know what I'm saying? You know, in these areas where they created these gun laws for, you know, like South Central and Los Angeles, you know what I mean, Compton, the Bay areas, you know, they still got their hands on plenty, and it's weird to me, man, because it's not except for the DC shooters, I have not heard of one black person going into a building and killing a bunch of people. Nor have I ever heard about it happening in any urban area or any ghetto. You know what I'm saying? It's always in them upper class areas. You know what I'm saying? And it's just strange to me, man. It's strange how the media can easily depict things that are not as though they were. You know?
Right.
It's weird to me. It's
just crazy, man. And it's just crazy that the society we live in. I mean, like I told you yesterday, I don't like going nowhere. I'm just like, I go to work and I come home. I don't like going nowhere. I don't like I don't like even being around people.
I'm like that too.
I mean, all I need is my patio furniture, my gazebo, my little barbecue grill station there, my little outdoor speaker.
Yep.
I'm cool.
Yep.
If I have a pool too, even better. Pool, I'm cool. I won't have to go nowhere.
Oh yeah.
You know, have a garden. Have my chickens. I like to go. I don't mind. I don't mind not being around people.
That's right. That's all I am.
Except for my family. You know, I go to my buddy's house. You know, every now and then.
Right.
To talk to him, drink a couple beers here and there.
Yeah.
But then I come home and I don't mind it.
Yep.
You know, I don't. Yeah, I went on to Tennessee earlier this year with a buddy of mine. It was cool, but after that first day, I was kind of ready to go home.
That's how I am. Ready to go home, man. Like, all right, this was straight, but you know, I miss my house.
Yeah, I'm about to go to Florida for a week.
Yeah.
In July.
Yeah.
You know, family vacation.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm about to go to Texas. Leaving for Texas tomorrow.
Right.
Yeah, and the thing is that generally, you know, I'm supposed to come back Sunday, but I might be coming back Friday, Saturday, Friday or Saturday.
Exactly.
I just don't like being around a lot of people.
You preach to the choir, bro. I work and travel for a living. You know what I mean?
Right.
I can't ever wait to get home. You know, I always love trying to get it done as fast as possible so I can get home because I have created an atmosphere of peace in my home.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And that's what home is supposed to be.
Exactly.
Home is supposed to be a peace.
I feel bad for people who go home, and I've been there. I've been in a situation where I dreaded going home because of the person I was with.
That's how it was last. That's the girl I was with before.
Man.
I hated going home. Like every time I go home, let's see her be in the car there. I'm like,
Yeah.
Especially and then like when she knows it, I'm like, yes.
Right.
Or when I get home from church, I have a good day at church.
Right.
And stuff. I come home and I'm serious. Like, oh my God, we're gonna get in the fireworks. She's gonna ruin my.
Yep.
And it's like. And the part of me was sad about it was like, you go to church and got preaching about unhealthy relationships, all these different signs telling you need to get rid of the situation.
Yeah.
But it's so hard to because one, you don't want to be alone.
Yeah.
But two, it's like with today's rules and laws, you can't just kick someone out no more.
Right.
You got to evict them out of your own
30-day
house.
notice. This, that, and
then you have to go to court in order to get it to where there's 14 days.
Yep.
But then again, we try to evict them or kick them out your house. Now, technically, they can destroy your house in those 30 days. Nothing you can do about it.
You can't do nothing because they're a resident there.
Yes.
It's messed up, man. Or they got their squatters' rights. They call them.
So
yeah, forget that.
That's why it's kind of like it's crazy.
Yeah, it is. It indeed is. That's just crazy, man, riding in this truck now, man. I've seen it so many times, you know what I mean? I just didn't know it was you in there, you know what I mean? It's crazy.
Yeah, but yeah, man, I don't know, man. I hope and pray that things get better, but
we need God more now than ever.
Dude.
Seriously.
Bro.
Seriously.
Like I said, so many times where people will have to come to God.
Absolutely.
The nation will change when people will start realizing what the country is built on. And it's just, I don't know, man. I just...
Yeah, man. And what's unfortunate, according to prophecy, man, according to scripture, it's only gonna get worse.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're definitely living in the end times.
Yes.
Definitely. If these ain't the end times, then I feel really bad. I'm terrified for my kids.
Right.
If this ain't it, then man, you know what I mean? If this is just the beginning and our children are what are going to experience the entire, man, because it's just crazy. Crazy.
Well, once again, everybody, that was, 2 episodes now of the Truck Talk. Dang. 2 episodes of the Truck Talk with my main man, DMan.
Yo.
Boy, man, it was good talking to you, brother. We're going to close this episode out. We got to get some more on there, man. But like I said, check us out. Big Boy Live on Anchor Podcast. I got a Facebook page, Live at Big Boy on Facebook. I have the links in the description and everything. Instagram, Terra_Jersey. Check me out there. I got TikTok at Terra Level Wealth. On TikTok, check us out. Crazy videos on there. Some crazy funny stuff on there. Snapchat, everything. All the social media platforms. Check us out. We're gonna start. Eventually, I'm gonna have a studio set where I'm gonna start doing the podcast on here and also the YouTube and the same thing. I'm not done. I'm always moving. I'm doing my big things. Stay blessed. Love you. Have a good one.